The number of Assyrian Christians abducted by ISIL in northern Syria may be higher than initially thought. Members of the Assyrian community say as many as 400 may now be held by the terrorist group. There are several reports that some of those taken may have already been killed. CCTV's Nathan King's been tracking the story for us. He joins us with the latest.
Yeah, Mike, another ethnic minority has been targeted by ISIL, and fears are growing about the fate of dozens, perhaps hundreds of elderly men, women and children. Assyrian Christian families receiving aid after fleeing their homes. These are the lucky ones. According to the Assyrian community, as many as 400 people were abducted by ISIL on Monday, and some possibly killed already. They were taken from about 12 villages near the town of Tal Tamar in Syria's Hasakeh province in the northeast part of the country, near the Turkey-Iraq border. Why they had been kidnapped remains unclear. Members of the Assyrian community are appealing for help.
All the political parties and the community want to issue a statement to strongly condemn these actions by ISIL and to ask the international community and our friends here and abroad to help us to rescue our land, which is under the control of this aggressive terrorist organization.
Assyrians are one of the oldest ethnic groups in the Middle East. 6,000 years ago, they had one of the biggest empires. After converting to Christianity, they have been increasingly persecuted during a growing Arab influence in the region. They speak their own ancient language, a version of Aramaic, and live largely in the northwest of Iraq and northeast Syria. Complicating matters for the group, it has largely sided with the Syrian government forces of Bashar al-Assad or stayed neutral in the Syrian civil war. And as ISIL has grown, Assyrians formed their own militia. Some volunteers have come from the west to fight alongside them against the terrorists. Brett is a former U.S. Marine from Texas.
I can't sit home and watch what's going on here, the atrocities, crucifixions, rape, sex slave, people being driven out from their towns. It's unacceptable to me, so I'm here to do what I can to get these towns back and get people back in their homes.
The recent beheadings of 21 Coptic Christians in Libya by an ISIL-affiliated group suggest the abducted Assyrians may be in grave danger. Yeah, and ISIL is targeting a number of minority groups in Iraq and Syria. And remember, the US intervened last year when ISIL attacked the Yazidi community in Iraq. But the US intervention is largely limited to airstrikes, and ISIL continues to persecute many Muslims, but also lots of non-Muslim minorities on the ground.
Yeah, Secretary of State John Kerry up on the Hill today making that point that the Muslims are actually the ones who've died the most at the hands of ISIL.
Absolutely, and it's a real call to governments in the area to take this threat seriously and lead the charge on the ground. Whether that will happen or not remains
still an
to be seen.
unanswered question, right? Okay, thanks so much, Nathan.